I'm your dungeon master, I'm your guide, I'm your travel companion on this fun little journey.
I mean, I'm not the best at being subtle about it.
Trying is all we can do. I do not do stealth. I do not do it.
Kind of specialize in not being found.
Welcome to Health Hits Experience. Welcome to my laboratory. I am your dungeon master, Pretty Lee, and this is my experiments.
Oh boy.
Oh, that makes us feel really confident.
Everything's fine.
Today.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to the adventure. What is gonna happen today? Who knows? Lots of things were supposed to happen last week and they didn't, so we're gonna see what happens this
Sorry,
week.
Colorado.
Sorry, Colorado Brown.
It happens.
Who is standing by at any moment. I will give one inspiration token to anybody that can recap what happened last week
Oh, okay. Like, with how much detail?
with an immense amount of detail.
Well, where did we start?
Yeah, it's like
Well,
could definitely start out with we made a course to get there. We wanted to slingshot around the sun, so we slingshot around the sun to get to the train, and we pushed it a little too far because Cyrus was being a little bit of a show-off, maybe.
Also, we're trying to hijack and
Yeah, we're
rob the
also
train,
trying to
just so
hijack
you guys
the
know what's
train.
going on.
And we tried to make a great landing, did not make a great landing.
Nope.
But we did make a landing and nothing exploded because we decided to land in the middle of a fuel
You
tanker.
decided to land in the middle of fuel tankers.
Best
After
landing
many
spot
failed
ever.
attempts. And from there, we found out that we were right in the middle of the cars that we needed to be in the middle of. And then we decided to split the party. And now currently, Flux and Pearl are going off to get the vehicle that our contact wants, while Hieronymus and Cyrus are going to either talk to or intimidate the engineers so we can get what we need from the train.
It's a good
I
plan.
think I covered everything.
Every
Yeah.
good plan involves splitting the party.
Yes.
Which is why we're doing it.
Give us the lesbos.
I'm definitely
Have a
going to
hit
use
point,
this for something.
Something.
Have a...
Not blowing us up on exit.
You're just gonna roll 2 ones.
blow us up on purpose.
Don't put that energy on her.
This side of the table's cursed, man. I'm telling
Don't
you.
challenge the dice gods, because the dice gods will retaliate.
They'll be mad about it.
Okay, so we're done challenging the dice gods, and we're done pulling out our dice. Yeah?
I just forgot to do it.
Okay, great, excellent. So last we left off, Pearl and Flux were stealing.
We
Yeah.
were.
Just straight up
Time sensitive
stealing.
mission. Let's stop and
We're
loot luggage.
pirates. It's just like every time
All
you
of
play.
you rejected Cyrus's attempt to become pirates, so I don't know if you can call yourself
Okay,
I
no,
think- I
we
think we're just thieves.
rejected being a team.
You're just thieves.
Cyrus specifically wanted to become pirates.
Yeah, specifically was like, why don't we get on the
We'll
broadcast?
get there. You can't rush these things.
It's not something that happens overnight, Brady.
Clearly not.
I barely know you, and you're asking me to like marry you?
Pearl, that's not what we were talking about.
It's the same level of commitment.
Okay, so that's where we left Pearl and Flux. You guys are there for a hot second.
We sure are.
So we're gonna cut back to what is happening in the engine room. So, Cyrus, Hieronymus, you are in front of the hyperdrive regulator. This is the linchpin. This is what makes the train not explode. And what are we doing?
All right, and if I remember correctly, there were a couple of engineers on the train that were kind of cowering, hiding off in a corner
Yes.
somewhere from us.
Yes, and so you can kind of see they're like hiding in shadows here. I'm actually gonna put this guy around the corner here. So they're hiding. That you can see them. You know they're there.
Right.
They know you're there.
Yeah, because they don't have proficiency at hide.
They
Being
just did
engineers.
this.
They're just kind of like,
Yeah,
Peeking around
a
the
lot
corner.
of peeking.
Yes.
A lot of peeking happening.
All right. So Hieronymus has has decided to change their appearance yet one more time into a form that looks rather dashing and swashbuckly.
Let me ask you, how do you do this? Because you came in
Yes.
as the old man.
Yes,
And they
yes.
saw you come in as the old man.
Right.
So how are you changing?
Right. So, what Hieronymus is going to do, because he's well versed in this type of thing, is going to pull out a rag and rub his face as though he's wiping off a bunch of old age makeup. And as he does so, as Hieronymus does so, Hieronymus's posture changes from hunched over, stooped old alien man to very buff, muscular, and as I said, swashbuckly pirate captain look.
Okay.
He says, all right. I think it's time to end all the ruse and subterfuge. My good friends standing out there in the corner, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Russell J. Trombone. You can call me Rusty, all my friends do. And I am the captain of the notorious pirate crew, the Ether Bastards. Some people pronounce it Aether Bastards, but they're wrong. Now, why don't you all come out here where we can see you, because I'd hate to have to send my large and extremely violent bosun out here to hunt you down and drag you out.
Cyrus sighs, but he goes with it and he cracks his knuckles.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're not like running towards you,
Right.
but yeah, like you can see everybody's face now. Like
There you go.
nobody's fully hidden. They all are in different positions, though.
Well, look at what we have here. Now, let me ask you something, my friends. Have you ever had your train hijacked by pirates before?
I think a couple of them look at each other. The two that you can see, like, and then the one behind is like, well, one time.
So no, you haven't. That's good to hear.
All right. Okay.
Well, let me tell you how this generally goes down. We come on and we threaten you with unimaginable violence, just an incredible amount of death and destruction, evisceration, and the permanent eradication of your genetic line throughout the entirety of space and time. However, we offer you an option to avoid that fate. We give you the opportunity to help us in what we're trying to do, and if you are wise enough to take us up on that offer, why, you walk away scot-free, knowing that not only have you helped one of the most notorious pirate crews in all of the Beta Cluster, but you have also helped to bloody the noses of the Zolarians. And tell me something, isn't that a beautiful thing to have done?
No.
Au contraire, my friends, au contraire. You see, because if, in fact, you were Zolarians or Zolarian sympathizers, my good big friend over here would have to forego that opportunity where you help us and just jump right straight to the killing. So let me ask you again, wouldn't it be a great thing to be able to bloody the noses of our Zolarian overlords, those people who have come in and just put the screws to us?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, why, certainly.
What,
What's
not
also
intimidation?
going on? Cyrus is gonna.
I mean, I feel like I feel like until Cyrus does something, it's not intimidation.
So Cyrus is gonna actually pull out his flail and activate it.
Okay, sure. So
That would be
Cyrus
a
roll intimidation.
That would be
27 on
Oh
the
my
persuasion check.
god!
Party
I'm about
face.
to send this. I'm about to sell these guys a boys band. Get rid of that pool table, my friends.
So I
friends
also
have got
rolled
trouble.
a 21 intimidation. So
These guys just pass out. This is
Like fainting goats.
Yeah. I think a couple of them, like, you see, like, their eyes roll back and they're like, oh god, that specifically Cyrus, like, pulling out the weapon. And then, like, one of them is, like, on their hands and knees and they're like, I don't want to, let me go. Crawling away from you. So
No.
you successfully made them scared.
Now, my friends, do not panic. Do not panic. There's
I'm
no reason.
panicking, I'm
There's no reason to
panicking.
panic. I have my good friend here in check. And as long as you do exactly what I say, why, there's no possibility of any harm whatsoever befalling you. Now, what say you come on over here, grab your tools, and help me by disassembling this here doohickey. What do you call this thing right here? This big device right here in the middle of the room?
And like one of crying. Like the regulator.
Oh, yes, the regulator. Yes, that's exactly what it is that we need. So what say that you grab your little socket wrenches over there, come over here and disconnect this thing so I can take it with me.
So they come on over. Most of them are like just limp noodles. Like, real sad. And they hit it a couple times until like one of them gets a shock and it blows them back a little bit. And they're like, I just can't, this is the regulator, I don't have the key. And the other one is like, no, we gotta do it. And so like they try, and like every single one of them like can't do anything about it. They are trying. Their hair on their head is like standing straight up now.
These are terrible engineers.
They're
hires
scared.
them?
Face palm.
They're pissing their pants.
Now's the time to get your shit together, kid. Like, do or die.
They've been hijacked by. They're trying. They're genuinely
Guess
trying.
it's time to die.
They're absolutely trying. And then one of them like looks up. It's like, you need the key, because if you don't have the key, it blows us all up. I don't want to be blown up by the regulator. You gotta find the chief engineer.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that from the get-go, my good friends?
You rolled a 27 on persuasion.
Oh. Cheer up, little buckaroo. Why, nothing harm's going to happen to you as long as you're helping us. So where is this chief engineer? Where can I find this fine, upstanding member of your crew?
He's on his lunch break right now. He's in the lunch car.
And what car number would be the lunch car?
Good question. I have it. I know it.
It's
all the
car
lore.
4.
No, it is. It's not. It's actually, so the dining car is 5'11". I almost said the 5'10". It's 5'11".
Okay.
So-
And we're in what? We're in
500.
So we're in 500. You guys are in
We're going
499.
back, right? We're going
499.
Yep.
505 was where the
Where the guard
the security
check
people
mark,
were.
yeah.
512 was where we were supposed to get dropped off. Wouldn't that have been nice to be able to go right to 511 and get a key?
Man, it's almost like
Yeah,
we
but we
circumvented the dungeon, and then the dungeon
would've
master just
passed
went, nope.
511, not knowing that that's where we needed to be. So really, this one was better.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not like you had a contact on 512 or anything.
Yeah.
Well, now.
That's fine. Are they
not like
just
we
sitting there
could've
waiting
landed
for
there.
us?
Yeah.
Cyrus leans over to
This
not
guy
want
is
to
just
miss.
waiting and is like, well,
What the fuck?
they missed their window, I guess.
So does one of these engineers seem slightly more
Put together. Not crying and pissing their pants? No, they're all very scared. You rolled a 27 and you rolled a 21.
Cyrus leans over to her and was like, could you ask him maybe if one of them could call the guy to us?
How long is this dude's lunch break? Honestly. Like, it can't be that long.
We're in hyperspace, so time really doesn't mean anything.
No, but also you did land on the fuel reserves. That's gonna be noticed.
yeah.
I don't know what you're It's fine.
So I say to Cyrus, without mentioning the name Cyrus, because we're all going incognito here. Bosun, why don't you keep an eye on these two right here while this third one comes with me? Come along, good friend. I want to take you and show you something.
Let's split the
Cyrus
party more.
crosses his arm but still has his flail just sitting there.
I
They
take
probably would-
I take the most put together of the three
Okay,
and,
sure.
and walk them over to the door, and I open it up and I say, "Now look out there. What do you see? You see that ship sitting on top of the fuel reserves here?"
The other side. So you've gone back. Is what
Yes,
you're
yes.
saying.
We've gone back to where that was.
Yeah.
See that? Well, now, unless we can get this doohickey here, what did you call it? An actuator? A hyperspace attenuator? A flibberty jibbity jabbity jobbit? Yeah. Unless we can get this thing disconnected here, why, that ship is going to explode. And what do you think's going to happen when that ship explodes right there on top of all the fuel reserves?
Regulator's gonna explode.
Well, now that's where you get to help us once again, and you're going to build up all kinds of karma.
I don't need
money, Karma.
Oh,
I
take a look at
need
your situation. I
money.
think you do.
I need money.
All right. So what you're going to do here is you're going to find a way to get a hold of the engineer and tell him he needs to get back here right pronto.
We don't have a way to do that.
You're telling me this luxury train does not have a way to call back the chief engineer if something was going to happen with the fuel reserve tanks?
The passengers don't want to hear our voices.
I can understand why. If I'm being totally honest, you have an extremely annoying and whiny voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing in the
So they don't have any kind of
car.
communication systems or radios or anything like that
No, I think a lot of it is because it is a luxury car. So the thing about the train itself is every section is kind of like self-contained.
Okay.
So they don't particularly need to communicate with the 1,000 cars on the entire
Sure.
train.
Yes.
Someone should call Space OSHA. I feel like that's a violation.
There is no space OSHA with the Zolarians. They're bad guys.
They don't care about your worker safety.
That's right. As
Yeah.
evidenced by the crystal mining operation here, Funksatani.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well, then we're at an impasse. What do you suggest, my friend? I'm putting it right in your hands. How do you think we can get this thing open without somebody dying? Preferably not you.
You gotta get the key.
Yes, yes.
The key. It's on the chief engineer's necklace. He
Yeah, what time
has
is the
it.
chief engineer coming back?
I don't know.
Well, does the chief engineer usually take a really long lunch?
He just went on lunch.
Oh, that's terrifying, bad. All right, so what would happen, say, if a crew of pirates came down and threatened to blow up the ship and you had to get a hold of the chief engineer? What would you do in that circumstance?
I would go to the dining car.
Well, then I think we found the answer to our problem.
Okay.
So here's the thing. I want you, as you make your way to the dining car, to remember two things. One, your two friends here are sitting there with my big friend holding a space flail of some sort that would really mess them up. And number two, there is an explosive ship that is right out that door, sitting on top of the fuel tanks. So doing something that you think might make you a hero won't. But doing something that will help us will get you a kick of notoriety.
So it's shaking. Like
Why, we'll give you a special shout out on the vid when we take credit for all this.
so this engineer, furiously nods, goes to walk away, takes 2 steps, and passes out.
Next.
Cyrus separates one from the other and just kind of like shoves them over.
All right. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to use my incredible mental pirate powers to knock one of you out, but clearly I had to. So now, since they were not compliant, it falls to you. You're going to have to do what he was going to do, but decided not to. You're going to need to make your way to the dining car, get the chief engineer, convince them to come back here without alerting security or the crew or anybody else.
Okay, so the guy gets up and starts to walk away.
Wait, before you leave, how close are you to these two? These two other engineers, the unconscious one and the one that's over there sniveling.
I mean, we're coworkers.
Like, do you get along?
I'm new.
Ah, okay. All right, well, as I told the other fella, there's this ship outside, fuel tanks, blow up the train, all the rest of that stuff. Everybody dies, that sort of thing. So don't be silly about this. Don't alert security. Just come right on back with the chief engineer. We'll take our little actuator thing here, and we'll be out of your hair in no time. You'll see it on the vids.
All right, so this guy goes to leave. We're gonna cut back to our looters in 499. So let's go back to 499.
There's a mini for him.
And
Perfect.
now we are still in the baggage car. Are we still looting?
I think we looted through most of them already.
We've
Yeah,
got all the
we
stuff
looked
worth
through
it.
like a dozen suitcases, and we're like, wow, these
Like,
people aren't carrying anything
Melted
interesting.
ice cream, like.
Yeah, nothing
Right, I
interesting.
forgot there was a
I don't-
metal detector before you get into the train, so you can't really carry anything
I
interesting.
don't remember what the trinket was though. It was something stupid and small.
Wait, what? The crowbar?
No,
No.
the crowbar went out the window.
No.
Okay, so are we going from the baggage car to the cargo room?
I guess
Yeah.
so.
So
Okay.
I don't recall which car are we in right now? We're in 499.
499.
And then which car is the one we're trying to get to?
So 498 is the cargo room, and then you can go back to, or you go back to 500, which is the fuel reserve.
Okay, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go
Sure.
to the cargo room
Sure.
after we're busy zipping the suitcases back up.
You don't leave a mess.
No.
Okay. Head on into the cargo room, and both of you roll me investigation. I would say you're looking for something specific.
That's pretty dang good. 23.
Oh my God.
Do I even need to
I'm actually
roll?
good with
Hang on.
investigation, just not the other stuff.
Yeah.
Investigation is
Yeah, I have a +6 to that.
intelligence. That's a 5.
Okay. Pearl, there's a lot of things in here. Lots of crates. And lots of barcodes you could scan if you wanted to like start
Ooh.
scanning things. Yeah.
My ADHD kicks in. I'm like, what's this?
Why did they program a robot with ADHD?
ADHD.
Because it's more interesting for kids.
Yeah. It's the
More
hyper
relatable.
focus for the
yeah.
kids.
Oh, squirrel!
Right, so what do I see?
Come
So
on,
you
kids, let's
see-
scan these QR codes.
Yeah. So you immediately, as you scan around, you see a lot of large crates, little crates, lots of stuff. You kind of have an idea of like where things would be stored, and you see there's a couple empty spaces. Like these crates have been stacked on top of each other, and it's almost like something has been slid out. And in one of those spaces, you go up to it, and you see a small note that says, "Item 498256 has been confiscated. Please see security about retrieving this item."
I don't. Security cars, 505, right, Pearl?
It's one of them.
Right, but it's the other way is the issue. The way that we just came from.
Yes.
I think our item is the one that's not here. And I think we have to go back to get it. On the plus side, I'm sure our companions are doing great over there, so we probably have some extra time to kill, so we could totally look through this whole cargo car. Just saying. Probably lots of valuable things in here.
Okay.
What do you think? It's up to you.
Are we looting the cargo car?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it's a cargo car.
I need to find a new trinket for Cyrus because I lost the first one.
I'm looking for valuables, baby.
Okay, cool.
And I rolled really high. So.
You did well. You rolled really high as far as you can like see stuff, but you're gonna have to roll to open each crate because they all have
Is it investigation again?
locks on them. To open them?
Well, to like look through things.
Well, they have locks on. I could use thieves' tools on those, right?
Sure.
Right, great.
I think I have
We'll go
these
for
tools.
that. You want to try opening different crates, Pearl?
I could try. Let me check.
Let's just work on this. So that is a 10 total to open one of the locks.
That's 19.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So in a strange set of circumstances,
Are we rolling
Pearl,
out?
you how do you open a lock? Like is it part of an external? Is it just
Yeah,
your
that's one of the things with
Warforged?
Warforged, yeah, where a lot of their stuff is just integrated into them. And I figured since it is like space futuristic, all of her crap is just like somehow.
Yeah, so tell me how you open a
Yeah.
lock.
So because it's small tools, it'll actually be like one of her fingers. They kind of like burp, burp, and then
Yeah.
like it comes out, and then this is the other part of the thieves' tool. So she just like, burp, and then
Yeah.
gets it open.
You open up a crate and just so many freshwater pearl necklaces fall on you. Just so many.
This seems suspicious.
Suspicious or auspicious?
That's a lots of pearls, Pearl. I'm gonna walk over to these. Are any of these real?
Investigate them.
All right. Would I use a? Pearls are. Pearls count as jewels.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a
would say.
jeweler's kit,
Yeah,
which is
sure,
why I asked.
Sure.
I rolled a 16 for investigation.
Okay.
19 with the jeweler's tools.
Yeah.
As I pull out one of those like little ocular lenses,
Yeah.
and I just.
Yeah. They're mostly real. A couple of the strands have like some fake ones mixed in, but most of the strands are all real. And they're nice necklaces. It's not just strung up like for display. Like these are put together. They've got the clasp, they've got other little jewels on them. So these are meant to be sold.
I'm gonna take like a handful of them, just
Yeah.
put them in my gut.
I'm gonna crouch down and I'm gonna tap on 377's head and open up that compartment and just start.
Okay, good.
Gonna grab like I don't know, like 20 of them or something. They're
Yeah.
necklaces, so you could just stuff a bunch of them in there.
Yeah. I'll say you each have 20.
Right. Well, that was very successful. Well, I'm glad we did this. But unfortunately, it seems like we have to go back. As much as I would love to keep looking around this place, like so much, it's kind of time crunch, you know.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Not like they know you're landed on the train.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We should probably get out of here, yeah?
Do you think the others are okay?
I mean, Aramis can talk himself out of pretty much anything. Cyrus, on the other hand. It doesn't fill me with confidence, I would say.
We should go back.
We should go. Yeah, we should go. Gonna go
Cool.
right around.
Going right back. Are we just stopping at any point in the baggage car? Just going straight through.
Nah, I mean we
Yeah,
already
just throw a
looted
match. No,
it.
not
Light
doing
them up.
that.
Okay, cool. So you go through the baggage car, you go through the fuel reserve. You hear like soft beeping in Old Bessie. That is Otto, but it's still sulking.
You'll be all right, buddy.
And then you enter back into the engine room where, as you can see, Cyrus has a hostage, and Hieronymus is standing there, looming, I assume. And that's all that's happening.
I'm gonna quickly scan the room.
Yeah, and there's only one, well, there's one conscious person and one unconscious person.
So let me get this straight. You killed one of them. You're holding the other one hostage, and the third one went where?
We had to send one of them off to get the key.
Wait, what key?
Well, why don't you go over there and take a look at the goo-gaw, the thingamajig. Now be careful because it makes your hair stand up.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go and take a look at it.
Sure.
I'm gonna see what the locking mechanism on this thing is.
Yes.
Whoop. 19.
It is the most intrinsic locking mechanism you've ever seen. It also requires biometrics and an eye scanner, and it also has like a little force field around it. And the knowledge that you possess, it tells you that if you were to just like smash through, something bad would happen. Either alarms would go off or things would explode.
Right.
Maybe both.
Maybe
So-
both. Well, you can't hear the alarms if it's exploded. That's fair.
From a cursory glance, obviously we need an external device of some kind.
Oh, like a key.
Yeah, but we also need the person. Well, we need a person's eye to open it.
I'm assuming that's going to be the chief engineer.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, he's on his way.
right. But you sent somebody who's not on our team through the train cars, and you assume that they're going to just do what you say and not cause a problem.
It was a calculated risk.
I think it's a bit too much of a risk. Like a really bad risk.
I rolled a 27.
What's in the next car?
I don't think you know this.
I'm going to look. There's a window there, right?
It's just the hallway connector.
I'm gonna go look.
Sure. Cool. Are you propping open the doors again?
I'm just gonna get one open so that I can like look inside, I guess.
So, as always, between the two cars, it's a hallway that kind of moves. So there's one door that connects to the beginning of the hallway and the other door.
Yeah,
that
it's got
connects-
like that airlock system, right? Like
Yeah.
you go in one, both close, then
Yeah.
the other one opens.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I'm gonna turn around and look at the engineer who's passed out on the floor.
Yeah.
Gonna pick him up, sort of give him a once look, like a look over,
He's not
toss him to the
dead.
side. I'm gonna cast disguise self so I look like him.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. What accent did he have?
Terrified.
A little bit like squeaky or.
I'm just gonna hope that
nasally.
nobody talks to me. Right. So I'm gonna go look.
Okay. Are you, like I said, are you propping open the doors? or
No, I'm just
okay.
going through.
Okay, you're
I
just
don't
going
want to
through.
be doing a suspicious thing if I'm disguised as one of the
Yeah,
engineers.
sure. Cool. You walk into 502, and there's a lot of like little glass cubicles, and just people kind of sitting, doing things. Nobody looks really interested in what's happening. They don't look interested in you. They don't look interested in what they're doing. There's like
They just
one.
look really bored.
They're really not having a good time.
Which is weird because usually people in cubicles are really excited to
They're
be there.
so happy.
Having
Yeah.
such a great time.
So do these look like passengers or workers?
They're workers for sure.
Okay.
All of them have like the same kind of uniform on, and
Right. That makes sense.
yeah, sitting at the space computer. Although to be fair, we have a fax machine, so maybe it's an old Mac.
Yeah, it's just one of those box
The
computers.
big box computer that like everything's whirring.
A printer goes off and it
Yeah.
takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, and people are just staring at it.
Yeah. Sort of looking back and forth and just walking, trying to look casual.
No one's looking at you.
The engineer isn't here, is he? He already went to the next car. Right. Okay. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go back. Gonna walk back into this car where you guys are. How do we go? What car did you say he was in?
Was it
511.
511?
And we're in 501. How do we go 10 cars without anybody noticing how weird we look? You and I can look like other people for at least a short period of time.
We don't all have to go.
Pearl and I walked off and you immediately did something really stupid, so I don't know if I trust that.
I would like to point out for the record that as the captain of the Ether Bastards, I will not brook any insubordination.
Gonna look at the one remaining guy.
That guy's like leaned up against a wall with his eyes closed. Just waiting.
I don't recall voting.
He doesn't care. It doesn't matter. We don't have any uniforms lying around anywhere, do we?
Other than the ones the men are wearing.
That is a good idea, Pearl.
Well,
Yeah, let's strip these guys naked.
The one's unconscious.
The one is unconscious. Sure.
He's not
that
gonna mind.
makes it better. For some reason.
You're right. It's better if we just kill them first.
Yeah, that'll really solve your problem. I realize I need to put you all back into the engine room. All right, cool. Are we stripping these guys?
I mean,
All right, cool.
what choice do we have, really?
Cyrus looks at them.
we wait
And I'm
here
just-
until the
I'm just-
engineer comes back with the chief engineer.
Right, because that's definitely going to happen, especially because they're walking through the security car on the way there.
Well, if they come back, we blow up the ship. The train.
You know
There's like-
we're on the train, right?
now.
Well, that's part of being a pirate. Is you have to be willing to take the losses.
I'm not dying for this. This is not worth dying over.
What are you talking about? All pirates want to go out in a blaze of glory. And he's kind of looking over at the last engineer that's sitting there.
His eyes aren't open at all.
Cyrus looks at me like, now, I took great care to land here without getting us blown up, and I would prefer if it stay that way.
Pearl, you just look like a security droid, or at least a helper droid, so you should be fine. Cyrus,
Cyrus looks at it and then looks at the two engineers and then looks at it and is like, You and I both know I'm not fitting in these.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 uniforms. Maybe we could stitch them. No, this isn't worth it. This is not worth the time.
We don't got time for that.
Let's just have a little sewing side quest here.
That's right. We need a crafting component to this.
Unless you have some sort of way of disguising yourself, I don't know what we're going to do except for leave you here, and I don't want to leave you here. Obviously, because you'll fly away if we all get in trouble, which is not good for us.
This is
Ye of little faith.
I'm not saying you'd abandon us, it's just like if we don't come back for a little while, obviously the move is to leave. Right? That's smart. You're being smart. Smart? Not used to this.
You put too much faith in me escaping. Here's a. How about it's my turn to be the captured one?
I mean, it'll work for the first 5 cars. At least until we get to the security station, and then we have to turn you in is the issue.
We could work our way out of that.
I would just like to point out that we have not yet heard klaxons going off. We have not heard alarm bells being rung. We have not heard the stamp of little security footprints coming through here. I say let the engineer bring back the chief engineer. We got to come back here anyways. If you want to go off in disguise and see what's happening and report back, that'd be fine. But we don't need to all go wandering off.
It's not gonna work.
What?
Because we don't have the vehicle. You may have noticed we don't have it.
Well, that's a failure on your part, not on my part.
It's in the security car. Or at least we need to talk to them to get it.
Well, why didn't you say that from the get-go?
Because I was
You come back here saying that my plan was stupid?
Well, if we're going to need to fight once we get to the security, then why not just go?
All right, you get to be prisoner. Congratulations. These 2, though, we should probably, make sure there's no witnesses.
Well, I already kind of explained to them that if they helped us, we wouldn't kill them. So I feel that would be bad form to go back on my word like that.
But they're not helping us. They're
Well,
just
they
laying
did
there.
make the effort to help us, and one of them is helping us.
We could tie him up.
You have a rope?
Pulls out.
All right, tie him up. Fine.
You always seem to have an inordinate amount of rope on you. I find this disturbing.
Where are you keeping it all?
wearing it like an accessory. Just have
Yeah, just two coils of rope over either shoulder. All right, well, spend some time doing that, and then we'll get going. Be quick.
All right. Cyrus is going to go ahead and try to tie the 2 up. I guess it's not going to be hard to tie the 1 up.
So I think we have established that they don't have any kind of way of contacting anyone anywhere else on this train.
Right.
So theoretically, we can just walk through these cars, and it's not like somebody's going to run ahead of us to get to the security thing.
Yep. I just want to make sure they're not going anywhere else. Like back, which would be bad, because then they could get somebody else, and then they'd find us before we could leave.
Sure.
They could
Plus,
get our
then they're
ship.
like by our ship, and
Yeah.
we kind of need that.
Maybe they'll be stunned for enough time by the fact that it's there that we
It's
can get
so
away.
perfectly perched.
They'll be like, "What?" and then we'll fly away. Anyways, tie him up, Cyrus.
Already tying them up.
Wow, that was really fast.
How about Ixnay on the Eelray Amesnay?
Right. I'm gonna look at the one guy who's like eyes closed,
Yeah.
sort of joss him a little bit. You awake? Right. Were you sleeping?
I didn't hear anything.
Right. Well, you better not have, because if you say anything, I will slit your throat. All right, good.
He will. He's a pirate, you know.
I got that. That one I figured out.
Gonna put away the flail and then get ready to be, I guess, Did we establish that we have handcuffs?
Nah, I
Does
just
anyone
use
have
an
it?
No, but we have rope.
Oh.
We can cut off a small amount of rope and then tie them around your wrists. And then when you need to be free, we'll just... You'll be right good to go, right as rain. Sound good?
it's a plan, and
Right.
it was my plan. So
Gonna cut off a small amount of rope, tie it around your wrists very loosely. Like if you need to get out, you could probably just pull your way out of it. Right. Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're leading this one, so you might want to with your face.
So Hieronymus goes over and looks at the guy who's leaning. Like, so you're the unconscious guy, pirate or
Yeah.
engineer. So Hieronymus will go over and look like the other engineer, and
it's gonna go great.
And your outfit is like neutral enough that it doesn't look super out of place, right?
sure.
Okay.
Does your outfit change when you shapeshift?
No,
Okay.
It's just physical.
no, he's got like Hieronymus carries around like a really cool disguise kit, like wardrobe thing.
You
Just
could-
always.
You
Just
could
always.
say that the captain stole your clothes.
You know, I could actually make something for you that changes when you change if you're interested.
Sure, that sounds great.
We'll do that after this.
All right.
Okay. So is everybody moving forward?
All right, so we have
Yeah.
the two engineers are
guess.
detained there. We don't have to worry about them going back and notifying somebody
I-
else, correct?
There is one thing that I have to leave behind, being that I'm going to pat 377 on the head. And I'm going to
Aw.
say, if they move and try to get away, kill them immediately. All right, little guy? All right, you're a good little guy. And I'm going to start going.
Great. Excellent.
So he's just going to be like next to them. Claw right in front of the throat.
All right.
Okay, cool. So we head on through 502. Again, what Flux saw, it's very like soul sucked out of some potential office workers. Nobody even like looks at you. Just walk through.
It's not a prisoner.
Yeah, nobody's looking. Someone hits the printer and like, you
You're
know.
right over there.
Mhm.
Yeah. One of those days, huh? Gonna
Yeah.
keep walking.
Yeah. And we end up in 503. 503 is kind of an extension of 502. It's a break room. It's got a microwave, got a cappuccino maker.
On the way back.
There's a couple like motivational posters on the wall. Keep going, you're doing great. Like a cat that looks like a cat, but it's got like a lot of eye stalks on it, which is a normal creature, truly. It would be weird if it was a regular cat, I think. There's no one in the break room, but if you stopped and looked at anything, you could see like the schedules and the the OSHA board that is just straight up crossed out.
One of those boards that says 0 days since workplace incident.
Yeah, yep.
Hieronymus goes over to the schedule, looks up the engineers that are currently on shift, and he gives them all Saturday off. Okay. Because they were
Great.
helpful.
Because they were helpful.
good one.
I like it. I like it. All right, cool. I'm gonna use that later. And then, are we still going forward? Anything, yanking anything from the break room?
Nope. Moving on.
All
Okay.
business.
Time is
I
of the
can't.
essence.
I can't fit
We have a
the
prisoner.
cappuccino machine
You
in my
can't. No,
gut,
it's like
so-
the size of
yeah,
your torso.
it's a big boy. So
Yeah.
maybe on the way back.
On the way back. Cool.
My hands are tied, so.
Yeah, your hands are tied.
Literally, yeah.
All right.
I am going to say, by the way, you can't see it because I'm in disguise as one of the engineers, but because I'm in disguise as one of them, you can't see my extra limbs. So one of them is sort of like right around the rope to pull it off in case, but it probably feels really uncomfortable for you.
So your limbs are invisible?
You can't see them when I'm disguised as somebody else.
Okay.
My normal form goes invisible and then like an image goes over me.
Got
So
it.
if somebody gets too close to me, they'll tell that there's a bunch of things that aren't there.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. So, we are now entering into the armory.
I'm sorry, did you say armory? I didn't realize there was an armory on this train.
Yep.
Why does a luxury train have an armory?
I was kind of thinking the same thing, actually.
Pirates.
There's some sneaky shit going on here.
Let me just ask you this: why does a luxury train have an entire crate full of pearl necklaces?
I think they're smuggling things. Are we stealing from other pirates? Awesome.
Okay. So, you enter in, and here's what you see. Big armory door. It's very secure, but it is glass. You can see through it. You can see up bunch of shit in there, just like a ton of confiscated items that you can tell because they're like, these are not things that should be in the armory. There's just a lot of stuff. And there are some off-duty guards that are just playing cards. And there are 3 other guards who are having a very bad time. 2 of them are thrown up into a trash can. And that is what we see. And before we get more into the armory, I think now is a perfect time for us to take a break. Because I'm afraid of what will happen in the armory.
Yeah, this is right before everything explodes.
Yeah, right. So I'm not nervous at all.
She's very nervous.
But what I am going to say is we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back and see what happens in the armory on the train. Thanks for sticking with us, and I will let the control room take it away. Welcome back to the train experience, TM, where you walk on the train, going on the train, going through the cars. We are going to jump back into it. So we are now in the armory, and as you can see, we've got some armed guards happening in this train car. So the guards that have the little green dot on them are throwing up. They're not having a good time. The red ones are off duty. And the yellow ones are just kind of, they are attendants. They're not guards.
We need to shift the players over to the roll 20 tab.
Yes, I can't see the map on my
I
end.
put you there.
Nope.
Well,
There we
let's
go.
try
Now
it
we're
again. Now we're here. All right,
Okay.
excellent.
Oh.
I re-rolled.
Ooh, them's a lot of.
I reloaded.
That's a lot of guards.
So those are all guards.
All the red ones, the yellow ones are the attendants.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
And then
Guys,
Immediately regret the decision.
3 of them are thrown up.
great.
They're not having a good time.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're suffering.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Right. Probably just walking through. I don't
Yeah,
think we want to
this-
stop.
Cyrus's head is just gonna be down.
Sure.
Like definitely not looking at anyone.
But I would like to look for things because you said it's all glass. So you can
Yes,
see what's
yeah,
here.
you can see through it.
So I'm looking for anything interesting, but also that vehicle that we
Yes.
thought might have been confiscated.
Mhm.
So it might have ended up here. So I'm trying to look for that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so just roll me a investigation or perception. I don't know which one would
It's
make
probably perception
Probably
because I'm not
perception.
looking closely.
Yeah.
Just kind of walking past. 14.
Yeah, the jet cycle's there. And you can kind of tell that it's been put in a way that like everybody can see it, everybody can look at it. Kind of like, look at this cool thing.
They just ganked it. They're like, this is
yeah.
mine now. That is absolutely what happened.
And there are you see some like things that are definitely weapons that are disguised like as other items. There is a hexagon of cheese. And there is something that looks similar to the device that you made a while back that duplicates auras.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna sort of casually. I'm trying to be like very quiet about
Yeah.
it, but I'm kind of sort of gonna mutter. I think if is this the order we're traveling in?
Is that your walking order? I
think I'm right behind Cyrus. I
Okay.
think so. I think I'm here.
Okay.
I'm going to try to casually whisper to Cyrus like, "The thing's in here." I'm gonna cock my head in that direction. Also, a lot of other cool things that I really want.
Cyrus like tries to get a glance, but doesn't want to look too suspicious.
So instead of like looking up as you're walking through, you're like,
No,
Well-
kind of like the side, kind of like when you tilt your head, you're like glancing up, but your head's still down, just like, okay.
He's doing the prisoner, like, "Oh no, I don't want to look at anybody" thing.
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Right, we're just gonna keep walking through then. We ought to come back here at some point. But,
Okay, so we're just walking through.
unless you got a brighter idea.
My ideas are all terrible.
I'm going to shoot
My
you.
ideas are all stupid.
We are all going to die in this fucking car.
Now is not the time for bickering.
Just gonna keep pushing through the car.
Okay, cool.
Seriously, I guess he's gonna stumble if he's gonna be pushed, but
Hieronymus says to one of the guards, "Oh, hey, what's up with those guys over there? They look all sick. What happened to them?"
Flex is just like,
Are you talking to the guards or are you talking to the attendants?
I guess whoever's looks more like they're somebody you would talk to, probably the attendants, I guess.
Sure.
don't talk to the guards.
Yeah, so if you talk to the attendant, the one is like, meh, party too hard. You know how it is in car 606.
Oh, car 6. I don't get to go to car 606 very often.
this guy needs to get out. We should kidnap them, make them pirates, and give them a good time.
We need a crew.
Party hard. What
We
better
could
way?
use some skilled engineers.
I do want to say, I don't know how I feel
I'm
about
going to shoot you.
every NPC voice I make gonna be done better by Rob Bush. I don't know how I feel about that.
He's the
Don't know.
shapeshifter, man.
This is-
Gotta have it.
Yeah, Rob Bush is a shapeshifter for sure. Okay, we walking through?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna
when
walk
we
through.
get to a place where we're not immediately going to be overheard, I
Yeah.
will lean back to the others and say, "So here's the thing we need. My guy's coming back with the engineer. Where are we going now? Why are we going into the security room, which is like the next room if my math is correct?"
Is the security room the next room over? Let's get. Can we? Is it possible to get into the hallway between cars
That's
and
where
close
I kind of
both
imagine
doors?
you're having this conversation.
yeah.
Is it possible to
Yeah.
just keep both doors closed?
Yeah. I mean, like, if you want them to be locked, you'll have to do something. But, like, as far as just generally, they're closed.
Right. So we're gonna go into that room where they both close, and I'm gonna quickly look around, try to find like a panel, like some sort of control panel. Is there one in here, or is it only on the outsides?
Yeah, there's like a very basic like a emergency panel. Like if something happened and you needed to detach or whatever, or seal it up or something.
Do I know how these doors work? Like, are they like magnetically locked, or is it just like a sliding mechanism and there's no actual like? Is it like air sealed? Like how do these things work?
And investigate.
That's going to be a 19 again.
Okay. Flux, how do they work?
If I had to build a train, and it was in space, and I'm going to say that even though we all know that air doesn't really matter, we're going to assume there's still airlocks for a reason.
Sure.
Some sort of pressure thing or whatever. I'm going to assume they're probably electromagnetically locked,
Okay.
so that way that if something goes wrong, they can lock and stay locked. What this means in my case is that I'm going to try to disable the mechanism that turns that thing off for the next car over,
Okay.
so that we can't get into the security car.
Okay.
So more importantly, they can't get to us. And then we got to turn around and do something in the next car.
So
Don't know
you,
what it's
are
gonna
we?
be.
You're saying, are you sealing off the armory? Or are you sealing off the security?
I'm
car?
sealing off the security car.
Okay.
At least for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna propose this plan first.
Sure.
I feel like if we're trying to do anything in that car, we're gonna have a way bigger problem if other people can come in from that car, right?
Okay, but in order to get the hyperspace thingamajob, the engineer has to come through that car with his eyeball and his key.
What if we wait right here for him to come back? Door opens, he comes in, we grab him, we lock the door.
Then you lock the door. I'm liking that plan a little better. Then we just need to worry about getting past the guards in the previous room, but it seems that they've been partying pretty hard, so we might have a pretty good shot at either outrunning them or taking them out if we need to.
The only other problem is we have to make sure nobody walks through here in the meantime.
Yeah, well, it didn't look like anybody from the cubicles are going to be coming this way, and it didn't look as though anybody from the other things are coming back that way, so...
But we don't know if the guards in the next car over are going to be coming this way. We haven't seen the security car yet.
Yeah, that's true. Here's what I want to know. All right, out of character. Is there any way from within this airlock that we can get out of this up to where, as an all-train heist, we can run along the top of the train?
That is important.
There's back where you landed your ship. There, it's kind of the open air car that you can kind of access. But you are in hyperspace, so if you want to take damage,
We had this discussion already.
Are we just gonna take a bunch of force damage until we disintegrated?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, that sounds right. I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but once we take the thing out and we're no longer in hyperspace, we can run all over this train all day.
Sure. If you want to just
Then we're just in normal space,
Right.
in vacuum.
yeah, and you want to just get the feeling of
Yeah, I
running on
just
top
think
of the
that this
car.
would be an unsuccessful adventure if we don't get to run along the top of the train at some point.
I feel like you just have a really idealistic concept of how this whole thing is gonna work. How tall is this this airlock car? This like airlock middle
Like, does
hallway.
Cyrus have to duck is, I
Yeah.
guess, the only unit of measurement we need.
No. Actually, I think it's even comfortable for Cyrus. This is a train in space for aliens, for aliens. So it's made comfortable for most species, most peoples, most life forms. If you are 13 feet tall, you are out of luck, though. It's only
Right.
12.
Okay, that actually goes
No.
up. That goes up higher than I expected it to.
It's a luxury train. It's wide, it's long, it's
So,
tall.
if we could find some way to attach ourselves to the ceiling, we could stay out of sight, is what I'm hearing.
Oh, if only somebody in our group had a rope.
Not anymore.
I mean, I have.
I
a
have
rope.
one. Well, I have one because Cyrus gave me one.
That's true.
I just have a coil of rope. You never know when you might need one. They use them in every movie.
Every ice
Cyrus
movie.
just has a bunch of rope.
Is there some way that we could actually lodge ourselves close to the ceiling? Like, is there any sort of like sticking out
I think
bits
you're making
at all?
this more complicated. All we need to do is pretend that we're out here on a smoke break. If anybody comes through,
There's nowhere for the smoke to go. There's no windows.
so
It's a luxury car to do what I want.
Might actually work. That's the worst thing.
I unfortunately don't have lungs, so that won't be me.
Well, do you have some way we could be smoking in the meantime, or it's gonna look really suspicious?
no, when somebody comes through, we say, "Oh, thank goodness you came through. Can we borrow a light for our smoke break that we're on?" And they say, "Sure."
And-
And then they go on about their way.
And what do we do about him? I mean, seriously, he's the outlier here.
We were taking this prisoner to the security room, which is right there, but we decided to stop here and have a smoke before we opened the door and dropped him off.
Love this, love this.
You can see why I have questions. The other option, of course, is we could say that we're doing maintenance on the car. Of course, it doesn't excuse Cyrus still, but, you know, maybe we could wedge you up in the top of the car, and everybody else could be on the floor doing maintenance.
So I just raised an eyebrow and be like, now, I'm going to repeat this one more time. I'm not graceful. I do not do stealth. I do not climb. I don't do that.
Could we attach him to the ceiling somehow?
What with?
So I'm assuming, this is a train. It's made of technology. I'm assuming there's panels in the ceiling somewhere, right?
No.
No, there's no panels.
I've given you
Look,
a panel
we're
inside.
making this a
I've
lot
given
more
you a panel
complicated than
outside.
it
Yeah, all right, we just have to hope that Cyrus doesn't trigger any alarms or something, I guess.
It's a smooth ceiling. It's
Good, Liz?
It's a metal ceiling that's so smooth, so shiny, so chrome.
If only
You
I
can
brought
see
the crab.
reflections off of it.
All right.
You look up and you're like, wow, what
That's-
a stupid group of people we are.
That's a really smooth ceiling.
It's like polished reflection. Yeah.
Literally just a mirror.
It's just a mirror now.
Well,
Let's just do maintenance. Say we're doing maintenance.
Sure, sure.
It'll excuse
We
why,
only
but-
have to act like we're doing maintenance if somebody actually comes through the door that we, you know.
Well, I actually need to open up that panel anyway, so.
Well, there you go.
Cyrus takes a deep breath and he's like, how about if someone comes through at least from the security way, we say we were just passing through. And how about if they come from the other way, you say the door got stuck
Right, yeah, that works.
and you were fixing it.
Yep. I'm gonna start opening up that panel on the wall.
Okay.
Start working on that door. Making sure that I can. I'm not going to yet, but I'm going to try to disable the unlocking mechanism.
Okay.
Or like I'll be like 1 wire away, so all I have to do is like
Okay.
snip something, and then the thing
Yeah.
stays shut.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad. 15.
Yeah. I think like a couple times you're like, why is it wired like this? What?
Oh, this was not done by professionals. Ah.
Like this is the last thing the train needed before it launched. And
Yeah, pull out the screwdriver, the wire
Yeah.
cutter,
Yeah.
start working on that.
Okay. So we're just hanging out in this hallway. Is that what's happening?
I think
Currently.
I think we're waiting.
We're waiting for the chief engineer to be brought back by the terrified other engineer. We assume that if they had contacted security,
something would have happened.
they would have come through this door already now with guns ablazing. So for right now, Hieronymus thinks the plan is still a go.
Yep. Let's at least wait like 10, 15 minutes. And if nothing's happening still, we gotta change plans.
Okay. So as you're waiting,
Just pretending to do more
yeah,
maintenance.
just doing stuff. Two security guards come through, but they're not paying attention to you at all. They're
From which way? They came from 505
Yeah,
towards
so
the
they're
armory car?
they're going back. It honestly looks like they're trying to just sit down in the armory, like, you know, be done. And they're talking to each other, and the one says to the other one, it's like, yeah, like ranting and raving about pirates. I don't know. I think at this point it's best if he stays in the brig and walks all the way through.
So, about that plan.
Did you say pirates?
They're gone.
Oh.
I appreciate the effort, though. Putting that maintenance panel back on. Well, we have to keep going then. So wait, they threw him where?
In the brig.
The brig.
So wait a
right.
minute. Wait a minute. He was like, I'm in trouble, and they're like, we should throw you in prison.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason I don't like this empire, but wow. That was
We sent
very
the guy-
blatant.
We sent the guy to a mental breakdown, pretty much.
Let's just keep going, I guess.
Yep.
Cool.
Just gonna walk through.
So we walk on through. We're going next to the security car. Can we all see the security car?
Yep.
Cool. So what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
looking at
Oh,
here is space TSA. That's how it's been described to me. I did not come up with this.
Got it.
So essentially, what's happening is you have to come through the one of the lanes, the directional arrows on them, and you're going to be scanned by an aura scanner. And there's really no kind of way around. It's very, very small lanes. Somehow this train car seems smaller than the others. It's definitely, they've like scooted in the aura scanners from the walls, so they've made it a lot thinner as far as travelability.
So there's no way through without going through one of these.
Nobody's looking at you right now.
I was just gonna keep
All
his
right.
head down.
Hang on. I got this.
Go for it.
Famous last words. So Hieronymus goes to one of the guards and says, "Hey, did you see my coworker come through here? He was talking something about pirates. I think he got like a bad space mushroom or something. He just kind of got up in the middle of the shift and took off. Did you see where he went?"
I'm just behind him like nodding.
Are you talking to the guard or the attendant?
We'll talk to the attendant again. 'cause
Okay.
They seem
Yeah, I mean,
How
they're-
heavily armed are these guards, by the way? It's kind of important to know.
that is a good question.
Do they have visible weaponry?
Yes, they have a stun blade.
Oh.
That's actually better than them not having visible weaponry.
Yeah,
Because that would be like, oh, they're probably going to shoot us with like 1,000 magic missiles until we die.
yeah. Okay, so the attendant. Actually, are you trying to like do a charisma,
Sure.
a persuasion?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll do.
Like specifically, what are you trying to do?
Cyrus is still standing there in between you guys as a prisoner.
Yep.
Just
You're doing great, buddy.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah. You are rocking those performance checks.
So far, nothing's happened that anybody's looked at you. So
Right.
They're all just way too busy for us.
In fact, Hieronymus kind of like nods to these guys to kind of like stand back and out of the way, and he's gonna, go up to the where the attendant is and
block their vision.
yeah. So I guess persuasion or performance, whatever you think's appropriate there. I'm trying to get them to tell me what's going on and
Yeah.
get their.
Do a persuasion. I don't unless you're like actively juggling. I don't feel like performance really factors into it.
Yeah. That's only a 9 on the persuasion check there.
That's rough.
Yeah. So the attendant, like, very
Shit.
bored, looks at you and goes, "You gotta go through the scanner."
Well, yeah, of course. I'm just trying to find out what happened to my coworker because he was like in the middle of some kind of crazy breakdown. Is all.
They're not like pushing people through a line, right? It's just like
No, there's nobody here. It's us. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Literally.
it's like TSA if you arrived like at 3 a.m.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're expected to go through the line. You're not like it's 3 a.m. I'm just gonna get on the plane.
So here's a question. Aura scanner. We have one. I assume it still has that one guy's aura in it, unless we've done other jobs since then. We have the janky aura scanner from the session 0. Is it one of those things that you just have on you and it makes your aura seem like somebody else's? Or is it something where you apply it to somebody and then it sticks for a little while?
So I believe what we did was it Cyrus? Were you the one that had it the last time? And it was like a device on you.
Yep.
Yeah. So the idea is that like you have to have it on you. It's you're basically like spoofing your ID, but real life. And for free, I will say that similar to how I said that the credit system works, the Keens work, is that the tickets of the passengers are attached to auras. So
We don't have tickets.
y'all don't have tickets.
Well, they wouldn't necessarily have tickets if they were engineers.
No, they would have IDs. Yeah. Yeah.
Which we don't have.
Which we also don't have.
When you guys took the uniform, you didn't take.
We didn't
Yeah,
take
Blame it on
uniforms.
technical malfunction.
I didn't take a uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they disguise themselves
Yeah.
with and also it's not a physical ID. It's the same. It's your aura stands in for your ID. So when you become a employee, they scan your aura and they're saying, nope, now you've got the credentials to go through these places.
I
Blame
think
it on a technical malfunction.
I think you're going to feel one of Flux's tentacles like tighten on the ropes around your arms, and I'm gonna go, "Hey Cyrus, question. Do you think we could take them out?
These ones, probably.
What do you think our odds are? 6 to 4.
75.
75% success or fail?
Success.
Well, I don't see another way through this.
Not even gonna try.
Just gonna quickly check my inventory.
Okay. So let me just verify this. So before we do anything, so we've messed with the control panel between the two, but we didn't lock anything.
No, it's if I go back to that control panel, I can cut a few wires and the thing will just lock and stay locked.
So the armory with the many guards is not locked off. from
Correct.
the security checkpoint.
No.
Thank you. Okay.
No, it's
Cool.
not.
Just wanted to double check.
Look, I'm just saying. I'm just spitballing ideas
I
here.
am not saying no to anything. I just want to verify information before we start some shit.
I'm going to sort of try to be sneaky about it. I'm just trying to look casual, which is not. Flux is terrible at looking casual, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna sort of be like, I can make an object make a sound, and it could keep repeating that sound, so I could make it sound like an alarm or something, if you wanted me to. But I'd have to get the object somewhere, so I'd have to throw it.
I can try to throw stuff. I'm
I
not even gonna
have-
try.
I have prestidigitation.
Use that in
Alright.
session 0.
Would you like an alarm?
Can the alarm have limited radius?
I can put it. Let me see what the range is on it.
Cyrus clears his throat and he's like,
The range
I
is
can
only
s-
like 10 feet.
Well, these cars are 80, so.
Yeah.
Yes, we're not gonna, and not everybody's gonna hear it.
So maybe if I was like near the door, I could like put it behind us, so it's like there's something happening in that car, guys. Like, I
That's a
don't
more
know.
whitey, but Cyrus is gonna clear his throat and he's like, I could probably be a distraction if you guys want to try to get the engineer.
Go, that's a terrible idea.
Well, they have.
Or whitey.
So we're like just kind of whispering here because they're all bureaucrats who aren't paying any attention.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
they're
even
not.
paying
Kind of just
attention.
chatting before I go
I
through the thing.
imagine that Flux is just kind of trying to like lean up against the wall because I'm like, I work here.
I'm allowed to be here.
All right, look, so if Cyrus makes the distraction, oh, the prisoner escaped, danger, danger, all the guards rush over with their stun batons and start wailing on Cyrus. The rest of us kind of book on through, right?
Right, but then Cyrus is.
It's stun batons. They're stunned. So what? You could take a stunning, right?
Take a stunning.
Had a few in my day.
Yeah.
That's fine. Everything's
I mean,
fine.
literally, that's like, apart from landing spaceships on fuel things, that's like probably what you're best at, right? Getting beat up. All right, so anyway, so while that happens, that's the distraction. We make it past the scanners, right? And then it's like, oh, look, oh my goodness. Then when they go to bring Cyrus through to the brig, which we assume is this way because we didn't see him coming back the other way, right? Because that's where they're going to take Cyrus to the brig, right? Then, oh, we're just a helpful employee. Well, bang, you know, when we get him off the other side.
You know, it's actually not a bad idea. Kind of look at one of the other employees when he went bang. I'm like, "Right, not good." So, if Cyrus runs through one of those things, it'll say that you don't have the right aura, which will give us enough time to also get through while the thing's still going off, right?
There you go. There you go. Perfect plan. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
I'm just gonna try to pull the ropes off of your
Do
wrists.
the darn thing. I don't know.
Okay, Cyrus is going to rage and then charge through the thing.
Uh-huh.
And that is number 5, so let's see.
Oh,
So hopefully,
that's right. I
hopefully
forgot.
this will be a contained thing.
Oh no.
Hey, it's one prisoner. They shouldn't do a full,
Oh,
That's
full
not
train
all
thing.
I want to hear.
What happened? What is it?
Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. So this will be fun.
Oh, they're just gonna die.
Oh boy.
So
All right.
nobody hits.
So
Cyrus.
as Cyrus books it,
Yeah.
His eyes are glowing and he is running
Yeah.
through.
Oh no, that prisoner escaped! Oh my goodness! We're just engineers! Oh!
I'm gonna pull out my flail.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We
So
should have disarmed that prisoner!
where was he hiding that thing?
I should have picked a different voice apparently. All right, Cyrus. Kind of show me where you're at on
The
this
engineers are
train
like
car.
14. They're prepubescent. it's like mid-pubescent.
I'm
Their
trying.
voices are just changing.
Gonna like just bolt through here, and I guess probably about right there. No, right
Yeah.
there.
Perfect. Great. Everybody roll initiative.
Ah, crap.
Sounds so like, oh my god.
I am
We ain't got time for
I'm
this
actually
crap.
having a very good time. So
Ooh, that's really low.
nobody panic. I'm having a great time.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
That's a
fine.
19.
So-
So I got a 19 on
Brittany,
top of everything.
just so we're on the same page,
Uh-huh.
the idea of this is that this is a luxury car.
Yes.
They're probably not going to pull the alarm immediately if one person runs 30 feet, right?
Guess we'll find out.
You're gonna find out.
I
Not
got
if we
a
incapacitate everybody
12.
first.
So I got a 19 for that though, because I rolled a 20.
I got a 9.
Okay, so wait. Back up. Let me figure out what's going on.
25 to 20.
So wait, who got 25?
No, nobody. I'm putting it into categories.
25 to 20.
25 to 20. Did anybody roll that high? No. 20 to 15.
I got a 19.
19. Okay, so Cyrus got a 19. You got an 18. Yep. Okay.
15, so that would be in the 20 to 15 range.
And then
Didn't-
Pearl, what did you?
12.
12. Okay.
It would be
9.
unreasonable to
Okay.
try to bolt out of the car.
12 and 9 and.
Plus, I have a feeling the arch is already going off, so them going through is not going to be weird.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's the. It's like a metal detector. If it's
Yeah.
already beeping once, we can go
Yep.
through it again.
So as the aura scanner goes off, horrible alarm sound. Another alarm is sound, and you don't see the attendants anymore. And we've got 4 guards that are now very aware of your presence. And Cyrus, you're up first.
Okay, well, since I'm right beside a guard,
Mhm.
I'm going to try to smack him with the flail.
Yeah,
Big
do a
smackies.
smack.
Do a smacky smack.
Do a
Kill him
smacky
instantly.
Smacky.
Oh my god.
It's another 20.
Okay, another 20. So I assume double
What the
damage.
chaos?
What's that? What does that equal?
So let's see what that's gonna.
Flail's a D8, right?
Yeah, it's a D8. It's gonna be a 5 plus 2 plus my proficiency, which is another plus 2, so that's plus 4.
And then another
5.
die roll, yeah.
No, double,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double. So.
Oh,
that's-
we're just
Yeah.
timesing.
So
okay.
that's 18.
18 damage.
This is pretty,
Cool.
pretty good actually.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
how's that guard look?
Fine.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, okay.
Fine,
I don't think we
fine.
were supposed to fight these guys.
You guys don't have to fight him. Just I have to stay alive. That's all.
Okay. Hieronymus, what are you doing?
So Hieronymus is going to. Oh my goodness! Oh, here, let me run through the scanner and help you. Oh, and then he's going to go and like make a really horrifically bad whiffed attempt at like trying to punch the guard as if he was a completely horrible engineer that can't.
Completely inept.
Yeah, just like not even getting
Yeah.
close to the force backlash because he's not really trying to hit but make it look like it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're just moving.
just basically moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Pearl, what you doing?
Oh, it's my turn already?
It's your turn.
Oh.
So this is just like the walkway, right? This isn't like a wall.
Yeah. So the scanner is the right next to the attendant, and then the very narrow area is the walkway, and then the arrows are the way that you should be going through the scanners.
But you could go around them if you needed to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's again, it's the TSA. Like there's lines on the floor, but
Well, given the circumstance, I think it's totally excusable to go around.
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to use do
well, as you're doing this too, you hear the very telltale signs of the doors locking into place.
Oh, good.
Alarms are going off. We got 2 different alarms going off. We got doors locking. We got guards waking up. Oh God, I had to work today.
I'm just gonna try and blast the dude next to Cyrus with a firebolt.
We're just
Why
ganging
are
up
you
on
fighting?
one guy.
Uh-oh.
Why are we fighting? You guys are supposed to run.
Well, I guess we're killing them now.
Well, the door's just locked on us. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, no, we-
Act scared. Run to the other side. and
I'm a
cower.
security droid.
I was aiming for the other guy.
I know we should have fixed that security droid's aiming reticule.
Well, it doesn't matter. I didn't hit him anyways.
Okay.
There you go. It looks like a miss.
Yeah, it looks
Looks
like you
like
missed
a
Cyrus.
miss.
not
As
the
long as
guard.
it doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
I missed everyone.
Yeah, just straight up miss. Okay.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Excellent. Great. Flux, what you doing?
Right, so this guard next to us, where we are, he hasn't moved yet, right? He's like in the process of grabbing his weapon or something, I assume.
Don't attack.
I'm just gonna casually walk over to him and be like, "Man, we really a bad situation, right?" And he's gonna look at me and I'm gonna be like, "We're friends, right?" And I'm gonna just like press something on my. You can't see it because I look like one of the engineers, but like, ping, and then this like pinkish mist, just. Poof, I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
Okay. So what do I have to do for that?
Make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Great. Excellent.
And he's not hostile towards me. He's hostile towards you. So that's good.
Nope. That's a 5.
All right, we're friends now.
Cool.
So he treats me as a close friend. So we're
Cool.
buddies. He's willing to
Buddies.
do stuff for me.
Open the door so we can get out of here before that crazy fire prisoner gets us.
Yeah, but Bertus, I'll help you.
Right, yeah. We're in really a bad situation
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, we are.
Oh, there's lights and stuff. Quickly tell me something. I don't want to be stuck in here with that guy. Is there any way to override the doors?
So, like, looks around and you see his eyes go towards the desks where the attendants were at, and then back at you and back at the attendant's desk, and goes, "You could ask Joe."
I just don't want to alarm the passengers. You gotta turn off the alarm, you know? Gonna start moving in that direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and we're trying to take good credit for bringing him in, so don't hurt him too bad. So I'm gonna go away.
Got it. Got it.
Gonna start
Yeah.
going towards wherever it's like this thing, right?
Yeah.
This thing.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Yep.
All right, moving in that direction. That is my turn. I'm gonna sort of go over towards the console.
Okay.
I know what I'm
cool.
doing.
Yep. All right. So, we got a couple guards happening here.
Maybe I should have started with the charm person.
So our charmed guard is not going to be doing anything because the charmed guard is trying to help. And
He's our buddy.
He's your friend.
You guys is friend.
As long as we don't hurt him.
Yep. So one of the armed guards is coming up to Cyrus, the one that wasn't specifically already 1v1 with Cyrus, and is going to try to do a hit, a 12 to attack.
No.
Okay, cool. So basically is just trying to, get the stun blade out and can't. There's a lot of things happening. It's very
Sorry,
like
Grins just kind of moves.
It's like a really
end of it.
long blade, and he gets
Yeah.
to the end, he's like, oh, wait, I don't want to touch the blade.
yeah, right. And then this next one here is going to try to defend themselves, and same thing here, and that is an 8. So the unfortunate thing, well, unfortunate for you, is both of these guards get multi-attack.
Yeah.
So the one that couldn't get the stun blade out is going to just do a big old punch. And that's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, cool. So
So he's gonna also take, once it hits,
Mhm.
it's gonna take 2 damage.
2 damage. Okay.
2 force damage.
2 force damage.
So he's gonna hit it, then like,
Yeah. What the fuck? And take 4 punch damage.
okay.
And then the
It's like you don't even respect the integrity of the show.
Gotta take this call.
Now?
the alarms are going off. Then the other guard, seeing that that worked, also gonna do a punch.
Punch.
That's a 6 though. That guard's
That's
not
not-
doing so good. And then this last guard is going to come on over, and we're gonna do the same thing because
Oh, dear.
everybody, as far as they can see, right? We've got 2 engineers that one of them is trying to attack the prisoner, and is not doing very well.
Yeah.
And
And
one,
I'm just standing back.
yeah, you're still in an engineer uniform, and then Pearl is just standing there. So, and no one notices a droid. So,
Practically invisible.
practically invisible. Although
The best kind.
Yeah. So, going to do a stun blade. That doesn't work. Everyone's like, "Fuck these stun blades!" I'm doing a punch now.
These stupid Solarian stun
I
blades.
hate
They
these.
don't work. They're garbage quality.
Okay, so that's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes, that does
Ow.
a hit. Okay.
You're taking 6 damage.
6
from that.
damage, and you're taking 3. So, great. So we've got all the guards have then done their big old gang up on Cyrus, whose turn it is now.
Just do a spin attack. Duck.
Have a spin attack.
Leave.
No, that's a ranger thing. But I wish
Yeah.
it wasn't right now. I wish you could
Um,
just spin.
Well, since I was already punching the one guy, I'm gonna try to get the one guy down first.
Okay.
Punching or
Well,
flailing?
flailing, I guess.
Sure.
That's a 19 plus.
You're very good at incapacitating guards. It's almost like you're, I don't know, like a barbarian. Or
Barbarian. Yes,
Weird.
that does hit.
Okay.
So this one directly in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's a 5 plus 2 plus 2, so that's a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah. Now this guard is not looking so hot.
He is welcome to try to punch me and take himself out if he wants.
something. Yeah, no, definitely just kill that guy.
Okay. That's your turn.
I'm gonna laugh.
Taunting. All right.
It's a good strategy for what we're doing specifically.
Too bad you don't have vicious mockery.
What you
Not
doing?
yet.
Oh, wow. This is probably horrible of me to say, but you look really stupid hitting that barbarian and hurting yourself.
Oh God.
You're mocking him. Make a wisdom saving
a
throw.
wisdom saving throw, I
Wisdom save,
assume. All right. This is going really well for me.
Vicious mockery is the perfect disguise spell.
That's an 11.
Sounds like a failure to me.
I think it's a failure. Yeah, it's against your
Yeah,
spells.
13 is
Yeah.
the
Okay.
target there.
Okay. Cool. So how
This
much
is going
damage am I
much
taking?
better than I thought it would.
You are in a locked car with alarms going off, but yeah. it's fine.
Yeah, well, you know.
But it only
hey,
takes one
at least we have a guard that likes
psychic
us.
damage
Sure.
and has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
So no. What? I don't-
One psychic damage.
Once. Right. I forgot how long it takes. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna give it another little symbol that everybody can see on screen, which that's gonna mean disadvantage. I'm gonna forget what that means, but that's okay.
He's got the clock effect,
He's got the clock effect.
which means
He's running out of time.
He's running out of time. He's gonna die. This is the end
The
for him.
snail means charm person, so
Yes.
this is a very clear system I've come up
Yeah,
with.
it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I slowed that guard, I guess.
Yeah. You slow him from attacking you. How long does that last?
An hour.
Okay.
Until we hit him, which we're not doing.
That's right. Okay. All right, Hieronymus, is that your turn?
That is my turn. Sure.
Okay. Pearl. The deepest sigh.
You did see me charm that guy, so please don't shoot him.
Yeah. So, I don't have sneaky attacks, okay? Like,
I'd like to use death cannon. Just blows a hole in the side of the car.
I'm gonna try and shoot this one.
Which one? I'm sorry. So the one in front of Hieronymus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's just so many people over there.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
They're all busy. They're not gonna notice.
Yeah, they're all beating up on me.
The guard
that's a
next to me doesn't care.
15.
Okay, you got a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
That is not gonna hit.
Ooh, these guys are armored.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're guards or something.
Weird.
Weird. Odd.
But they're not armor against a well-timed insult.
There's no defense against that.
Absolutely none.
Having more than one hit point.
Yeah, okay.
That's true. Is that all you got, Pearl?
Yeah.
All right, Flux, you're up.
Right, that's my turn then. So this guy at the desk here, is he just like chilling, or is he just like
No,
standing
they're
back?
underneath the desk. You can't see them at the moment.
Right, okay, so they're not interacting with anybody else.
No.
Which means that I could totally access that computer monitor. Or whatever the thing is that's on that desk.
Sure.
Alright, great. I'm gonna try to disable this thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sort of go to the side and, is it like a monitor? Like, what is this thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just an average, like, it's everything on this train is old Mac.
It's a Windows 95 computer.
Yes,
Could be
yeah.
a magic touchscreen.
Yeah.
Or
sure.
it's a Windows 95 computer with a magic touchscreen.
Yeah. Yeah. And like the oldest, clackiest keyboard.
Okay.
My favorite kind.
I am going to try to disable the alarm, not the doors.
Okay. As you're doing that, the attendant just to start whacking your ankles.
Hey, wait, what are you doing? We don't want to be trapped in here with that guy. Have you seen him? Nobody can stop him.
Just gonna keep whacking your ankles.
Just stomp on his hand.
Other hand.
Stop.
Yeah. Now you're in a game of whack-a-mole.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He's just trying to hurt an engineer. He's like, "Stop, you engineer!" And I'm like, "Why?"
Just trying to get you out of their space.
He's freaking out.
Yeah, not having a good time. So whatever you're rolling for disarming, you have to roll with disadvantage.
Right? 'Cause I'm being whacked.
You're being whacked.
You're
You're not gonna take any damage from it.
This is weird because it's just a computer. Is it any kind of tools or is it just intelligence?
Yeah, just roll intelligence. You're not hacking it. You're just trying to get into it.
12.
I think it like is booting up really slowly.
Why did it shut down? What?
Emergency shutdown sequence.
Blue screen of death.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yep.
Bash the screen.
Whack, whack. Okay. So that's Flux's turn.
Yep, that's my turn. I'm not attacking anybody.
Great.
This not.
I am actually going to look around at the other guard.
Mm-hmm.
The guard who I charmed.
Yeah.
And be like, "Hey, watch the door behind us just in case it opens up. You know, tell them that everything's all right in here."
Okay. Good. Okay. Comes over.
Thanks.
Goes on over to the door.
Did he have a name tag?
No, they're armed guards.
Sometimes the uniforms have.
It says Schmel.
Thanks, Schmel. It's a weird name.
Okay. Cool. So now it's everybody else's turn. So everyone's still doing a bit of a gang up. Smack. And I have a disadvantage on one, yeah? Okay. Cool. So we're going to start with the one that is right kind of in front of Hieronymus and is going to, you know what? Seeing that the last punch worked, do another punch. That's a 9. No. As like, well, maybe it's the order of operations. Pulls out the stun blade. It's at 18. Yeah, that one hit.
I love that Cyrus is just in between 3 people, and they seem to be the ones who are struggling. Cyrus is just in the middle, like, "Come at me."
Too close quarters, I think, for everything. That's 4 lightning damage.
Okay. Would that count? They're technically not coming in direct. It just says whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll.
That's
so
an attack.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would assume so.
you got another 6.
Oh my god.
Woo!
So
These guards keep hitting
And
you
I
and then
take
just
and I
being
take how
beaten.
much?
4.
4.
I love this.
Okay. And I think what happens too is the force of whatever your magical power is
Oh, yeah, just-
pushes him back, and the guard like moves back and then looks at the blade. It's like hits the bottom of it.
Flickers out.
Cyrus winks at him.
Oh no! Now he's intimidated.
Crafty Valerian tech.
Why is it spicy?
I will roll intimidation if you want.
No,
but-
no. The guard with disadvantage, who's not having a good time, is also the one that got the insult thrown at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So is going to actually reach out and do a smack on Hieronymus. Yeah, like
I'm gonna smack Hieronymus.
Hey. And that's a 22 to hit.
22
With
to smack.
disadvantage?
Well, let's roll again. That's a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that still hits.
He really wanted to smack you.
Yeah, just like a
Can you blame him?
just an open palm, like.
I too would want to smack Aronimus.
Oh, we're on the same team, dude.
I feel like at
That
some
hurt
point
my feelings. It's a 4 damage.
you keep getting closer to Shaggy, like every time. Like zoinks, man.
Okay, so that's that guard's turn, and then the last remaining guard is going to just do a punchy.
Okay.
Just punchy. 15 to hit.
Do a punchy.
So that actually does hit.
That does hit.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, 4 damage.
And you get 2.
2 damage. Great. And then this guard is not really caring about the effects of the magical pushback and does another hit. And that's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, the pushback was too much. Swings really wild.
How you doing,
Doesn't hit
Cyrus?
you.
Pretty okay.
Okay.
Doing okay? Okay.
Doing okay.
And the guard by the door looks over and everyone goes,
Thanks, Schmel.
okay, cool. Top of the order, Cyrus.
Woo!
What's
I'm
happening?
going to try to knock out the guy, and I'm going to. I'm gonna do reckless,
Break his stupid skull.
and I'm happy I did, so I get advantage on that. And it doesn't matter.
Did
It's
you
the
roll
same
2
number. I
fours?
rolled 2 4s.
Oh,
So
no.
together, that is 6.
6
Uh-oh.
damage.
No.
No, 6 to
6 to
hit.
hit.
6 to hit, no.
Okay.
You got armor on.
Shoot.
I mean, like, I'll say for flavor, like, you make contact, but it doesn't do anything. Now, I will say, this guard not looking good. So, you know, you do the swing and it hits, and they look down, and then, like, and just give you that stink eye.
Insult him.
He just he laughs. He laughs and he laughs and he winks and he does bedroom eyes at him. Just like, hey.
I'm surprised you haven't started like pole dancing already.
Is Cyrus a masochist? Is that the thing he doesn't want everyone to know?
He's way into this.
Having a good time.
Dang, man.
Can that be intimidation?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What? I'm rolling a wisdom save, yeah?
But it's gonna be 18. Yeah.
Okay.
To intimidate.
Well,
that's charisma.
Okay.
so-
I'm still rolling a wisdom save, yeah? Or
I
charisma
think
save.
it's charisma. 'cause
Okay,
it's
either way, I
intimidation.
have an 8. So
So that's an 18.
this guy backs up a step.
The guy with the clock or the guy?
Yeah, the guard with disadvantage who was right in front of Cyrus's face backs up a step. And that is actually where I'm going to pause this battle. Backs up a step, and
Not after we got the deep lore about Cyrus.
I think that's the
do this
perfect
to
time
him.
for us to take a break. Perfect time. And we are going to pick this up again next week, where we're going to continue this fight and go on the rest of the train.
We just have to kill everybody. It's fine.
Yeah,
Or
down
die
the train
trying.
and back, the 1,000
We need
car
to
long
kill everyone
train.
and not die ourselves.
It's fine. You can
It's
pretend to catch
fine.
Cyrus again.
Yeah.
Well, that was the idea.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Maybe we're just murdering them. It's hard. I can't tell anymore.
Great. Well, I'm glad that we've had this discussion and we've got to this conclusion. I will say thank you, everybody, for watching. I kind of took a little peek-see into the chat. Everyone was having a good time, so thank you for joining us there. Thank you for watching Health Hits Experience on the Train. Today's adventure was written by Colorado Brown and myself. Music and sound effects. Today we are using the steam train to Salem, provided by Sirenscape. Thank you to Brandon Montgomery, Molly Cook in the control room. Special thanks to Community Access Media for the use of their facilities and equipment. And join us again next week as we continue on this adventure. Goodbye.
Goodbye.